One of the resources we use in our Schoology courses is Nearpod. We use Nearpod as a platform for student-based instruction, and we also use it as a platform to share information through direct instruction. This Nearpod is actually a Nearpod about Nearpod, and it's a little walkthrough to talk about how to introduce this to faculty. The first couple slides focus on talking about the theoretical underpinnings that drive the use of Nearpod in the classroom. The first slide talks about why you would use Nearpod, and then it goes into specific details regarding how to use Nearpod and how to use it effectively in the classroom. Then we go in and talk about our own personal reflection. And after discussing the personal reflection, we talk about the feasibility of Nearpod. So one of the things that's important about using any technology resource is whether or not it's going to make sense in my own classroom. Like other Schoology applications and other applications we can use within Schoology, Nearpod has a very specific purpose and can be used in a variety of ways, but it's important to make sure that the focus is on student learning, not necessarily on using a special fancy text tool. After we discuss the feasibility, we go into some information about how to create a Nearpod lesson, and then after that video, we look at the feasibility of this resource and we offer the teachers an opportunity to look at this critically and to think about their own practice and how they would use Nearpod to make their practice more efficient and more effective. Then we go through discussions about how to create a presentation, and we talk about a lot of the different features that are available. And we talk about embedding Nearpod content inside our presentation. The fun part about this is the next slide takes them to Nearpod itself, and they have a chance to take a look at it. This takes them out of the Schoology resource, but it does give them a chance to take a look at this resource specifically, and then they can reflect back later and talk about how they would use it in their classroom and how they would use it in their Schoology course. Usually in this part is where I start talking about other Schoology resources that they would use in addition to Nearpod. We end our presentation by looking specifically at how they feel about using Nearpod, how comfortable they are, and that gives me a chance to follow up with them and talk to them about other ways they could use Nearpod in a more coaching mechanism or more coaching environment. Then we go into talking about Nearpod activities and Nearpod interactivity, and one of the neat things about this is we get to chat about student learning at this point. So it's no longer about how to use the resource, but how to use it to impact students. Give them a chance to try it. And once again, we look at how they can use Nearpod to impact their practice as an educator. At the end of the training, we do an exit ticket and we give them a chance to think about how they would use it next. And then we give some contact information for extra support. And that's how we introduce Nearpod to our colleagues as a resource that they can use within Schoology.